up, what up? It's your dude here, Gigwise, aka Tim, T-I to the M. Just pulling in the gas station. Started it a little early this morning. I usually don't start the stream until I'm in the parking spot. Well, actually, I pull up to the pump so I'm in the shade. And I've got to clean this windshield when I get out of here. After I get my drinks. Cardinals lost 6-4, so no cheap drinks today. I wish. What up, Lisa? I'll be right back. I'm going to get my drinks. Started it a couple seconds early. As I was pulling in. My keys in my pocket. Be right back. Keep everybody company. Who else we have on here? Oh, it's Mel's. What's up, Mel's? Good morning. Good morning. I hope no one pulled up blaring their music, giving me copyright claims again. Well, that last one, nobody was blaring anything. It just picked something up way outside of my van somewhere. No harm done. I clipped it out. It was only 12 seconds. I'm not going to clean the windshield right now. I want to, but time's ticking down. And I need to swing by Costco on the way to my pickup and get gas. Damn Tennessee plates again. I am seeing them everywhere up here now. Until recently, I never saw Tennessee plates. I figured they're Minnesota because they kind of look like purple and white. Like the Vikings. 30 minutes to get there. Everything's 30 minutes. So, y'all know I'm a beta tester on the EXPEDITE app, and we've been testing this your home pin. So you click that and hopefully you get more orders closer to your house. Well, I haven't been getting good orders the last couple weeks, and Chris Barnes told us to go ahead and turn that off. There's a good chance that it's because it's still in beta testing. There's a good chance it's, I don't know that it's not working right, but, and I haven't been getting anything closer to home, but I haven't been getting good orders. And he said it could be hurting our earnings if we have that on right now. He's got some other people to test it outside of my beta testing group. And I'm like, well, I went ahead and disabled that this morning, but I have to follow up with that and ask them if they can install a disable home pin button, because I had to redo my entire map. I couldn't figure out how to just shut the pin off, because if I click pin, it wants me to replace the pin, and I can't remove the pin. So I just removed everything and then started over. I'll have to relook at my map, my polygon later. Yeah, I'm heading to Chevy's again. I swear the app listens. It can hear me because I've been saying it for a while. I used to see Chevys all the time. Hardly ever see them anymore. And I know they're still doing a high level of catering orders. And I haven't seen them. And now my last one I did, I think Saturday, was that Chevy's? I think so. Or, no. Yeah, my second one was it? I don't know. Anyway, I just did one, and now I got another one. It's not a big one. It's only paying like $83. It's the only offer they sent me for today. Literally, not even any $20 ones. But we'll see today when, since I got that home pin thing completely shut down, we'll see if the caliber orders that come through are a little better. Get the radio up too loud. It's gonna hit me with a copyright claim on Whitney Houston. I don't even like Whitney Houston. I don't even want her music playing on my radio. Damn it. If I could hear it that clear, I know my mic can. I hope somebody was just listening to everything I said. Oh, yeah, you're here, Lisa. Oh, some of my best orders have come from Chevys. And they're still getting them. I'm just not seeing them. Like Pedro was just there last week. They had 4 other catering orders sitting there, and not one of them was for EXPEDITE. He looked at the invoices. Because when they stage it, they usually have the invoice with it. Now, when I was there the last time, they had 2 other orders, but the bags were sitting right on top of the invoice. The top of the invoice, I couldn't see the info I needed. they don't look like very, very big orders, but I don't know for sure that they were completed and all out there. Yeah, that Costco, I like to get gas at. The cheapest Costco on the fuel is the hell is that? It must be on the road. I just went over and over past, heard a bunch of sirens. I'm like, where the hell is that? Must be underneath. I don't know if you've seen that guy that does the YouTube channels. He's been busting Walmart with having things. Hang on a second. Oh, I just turned my lights on. The things aren't. Items are not labeled with what he's reweighing, like meat, shrimp, and stuff like that, and it's all coming out under what it said, what's printed on the bag, how much is supposed to be in there. Well, he did one on Costco gas station to test their fuel out, and it did not test good. And I'm like, well, I'll have to argue with that one. Maybe he got a bag Costco. But it looked like there was water in the fuel is what it turned out looking like. But my vehicles are proof. Both of them run better on the Costco fuel. Especially the truck. On their premium. And the van, I've barely ever put anything in it but Costco fuel since I've owned it. I don't know that I have put any other kind of fuel in it but Costco since I've owned it. Oh, there goes my stream, my chat not moving. What up, Night Watcher? On the road again? Yeah, I was just, I had to send Tabish some info he wanted. And I noticed in the general beta chat that I just skimmed through. I only look for things that Chris Barnes, Tabish, or Carlin says, or Diego, but I don't see Diego ever on there. Because the rest of this chitter chatter, I don't really need to know much about it. I do read some of it, but anyway, I noticed he had, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, he had mentioned that they had to take his mother to the hospital. I don't know anymore with that, but I told him I hope she's doing okay. Sent him the information I needed to send him.
Hazard reported ahead.
Yeah, I'd really, the way Frederick does things in that home pin location thing, I would hope if there's one for $80 close to me, but there's one for paying $180, further away, I'd hope that I would get the one for $180 over the one that's closer to me, and that's where I think Chris Barnes is thinking is not working right with it. It's not doing that. But I never saw any close to me. Asked to see what? What did I say? I don't know. I can't remember 2 minutes ago. Unless I'm steady watching the chat, which I can't do when I'm driving. Is my mirror even on? Yeah, it's on. I just can't see nothing but a reflection of stuff in the van.
Turn left.
Yeah, I'd rather drive another 15 miles for the way better money. Now, I've had mine turned on for at least 2 weeks now, and it's been 2 weeks. Really, the last 2 weeks have not been good. And I don't know if that was conflicting with it. I did adjust my map for the, if any of you guys, at least already knows, that Mimi's Cafe that I'm always complaining about, declining orders from them, even good. They got to pay pretty good for me to go do a Mimi's. but they're usually at like 6 in the morning and crap like that. It's way out deep Chesterfield, almost into St. Charles County. But they're never ready on time, and they never spoke English. And they just like, I tell them when, hey, I'm supposed to be picking this up at this time, and they just say some gibberish in Spanish and smile at me and go back in the kitchen. I'm like, I don't even know what they just told me. And then 45, 50 minutes later, I'm finally getting the whole order. Past pickup time. Well, their entire place is being auctioned off. Everything in there, they're closed. And I just declined an order maybe a week and a half ago from there. So this happened quick. And the auction will be over in 2 days. That's fast. I follow restaurant auctions a lot. Well, I used to, not so much anymore. But they were usually closed for quite a while before it would actually go to auction. And what sucks is that's a restaurant. It's probably never going to be anything but a restaurant. It's a good-sized place, but all the seating, kitchen, everything's going. I bid on a couple indoor-outdoor Bose speakers that were on the wall. My max bid is $5. This particular auction, I'll call it an auction house because that's what they used to be called. I can't, like the minimum bid was $5, but that's also my maximum bid. And when I deal with GRS or GSR, I don't remember what it was, or oh God, I can't think of the one that I deal with over in Sauget. The hell's I can't think of their name. Anyway, I can set what I do. I go in there and think of the maximum bid that I would be willing to pay for that item, which is usually pretty cheap. So if I win the auction, I'm going to get it cheap. I'll explain why I do that, or something like that. Is what I would have done on those speakers. It set my max bid for like $8.77. And it wouldn't let me do that. This one doesn't work like that. All I can do is a $5 bid. That's my max bid. That's the only bid I can make. I couldn't set a max bid, and then it bids the lowest amount. Entry level on that was $5. I'll probably get outbid. I figured there'd be something else in the auction that I want, but I really don't. So hopefully I'll get outbid. Oh no, I'm not going to ask him to see other orders. Joe wouldn't care if I was doing that. He's seen me doing it before. But I was in a hurry that day because I needed to get that order loaded. And it was a decent distance to drive, like 16 miles I had to go to drop it off. Now, if I was still running a bar and restaurant, there's several things in that auction I'd be interested in, but I'm not, so I have no need for any of that kitchen equipment. Like, they got instead of selling each cutting board individually, they're selling every damn in one lot. All the cutting boards those cutting boards those commercial ones are expensive. That's where I used to get all my cutting boards for the restaurants at. Was BCL auctions. That's the name of them. They're based out of Sauget, Illinois, to the far right of whatever Diamond Cabaret is called these days. Probably under 5. I got two little 5G bars, but it's going to drop back down. Here goes everything slowing down. Yeah, barely got a signal. It'll come back shortly after I pass Manchester here. Something's jamming the signal out here. Now I got it back. I'm back, I think. You tell me, am I back? Back in the New York groove? Okay, go ahead and go faster than me so I can get over. I'm slowing down so I can get over. You won't let me over, so pass me. Fuck. Pardon my French. Yeah, my first 2 catering bags I bought came from an auction. I got them for $8 a piece, and they were like $60 bags from a Bellacino's. Anybody ever wants to find hot bags, pizza bags, whatever, look in your local area for an auction house that does restaurant auctions. Restaurants go out of business all the time. If you get lucky, you'll find some pizza places if you want pizza bags, and you'll find a bunch of pizza bags, hot bags. I've seen them, but I haven't bought any. Like, if you see a Papa John's that went out of business, they usually have a crap ton of bags. DoorDash pizza bag. Yeah, you jumped on the stream last night. The phone died, that my camera died. That was one issue, but usually if the camera dies, the screen just freezes, but the stream keeps going. So I don't know why it shut down. In fact, my OBS software, so I had to stop it in there. It was still running, but it was not running on YouTube. I noticed it a little over an hour before I actually got up. I woke up and checked the stream and saw that it wasn't working, and I'm like, I ain't going out and fixing that right now. I need to roll back over and get back to sleep. Yeah, that Mimi's restaurant auction has a couple cam bros. A 30-minute warning already? I don't know what that was. I don't know. I get weird notifications on the dang app all the time. For I don't even know what. I go looking, I can't find it. I gotta hit that little bell at the top right and see what the notifier. Is it a bell? I don't even know if it's a bell. I hear Steve getting them too when he's live streaming. Oh, anyway, it's live streaming. It has the EXPEDITE app. I'll hear that damn notification go off. Yeah, the weather, this is going to be the nicest day of the week. It's going to start getting a little warmer after today. And the humidity, it's still there, but it's a lot lower than it has been. So I am going to shoot home after this and cut the grass. I looked out there this morning and it was nice. It was like 63 degrees, but my grass was soaking wet from dew. It should be dried out by the time I get home. It was still wet when I left. I wasn't gonna get out there that early and cut it though. All right, why you slowing down? That dude's. I gotta go around these cars ahead of me. Asshole. Saw my blinker come on and he jumped out around me, so I couldn't get over. Somebody towing a trailer that looks like it's pretty weighted down because it's a tandem trailer with walls, kind of like a dump bed trailer, and his tires, his axles look like they're bent. from overloading that thing. I know, but I'll be happy when volume of good big paying orders picks back up. Or the few that are out there, I'd like to see them. I don't know what platform they're on, but I don't think Expedite's getting them right now. I saw Grind for the Dollars out there live streaming today. I didn't click on it today. Usually if I'm not working, I'll click on his live streams. I'll stick around it for a little bit. Especially if he's doing a catering order. Because he's very new to it, and he's asking the people in this chat too many questions about catering that they don't know the right answers to. Me and Lisa do. We went in there and tried to share the right knowledge. I texted her one more. She was already there. I didn't know it, but I messaged her and said, "Hey, Grind's live. But you should see what the crap these people are telling him in the chat about catering." I think that's all they do is catering. They know the power of catering. I don't remember the person's name. But I have one dude really question me. I think Lisa blocked him because he was that annoying. Trying to get in the lane that's not even there yet. It's all you think it is. Freaking $300 an hour. But that's just active time. I count the time it takes me to get there and the time that gets me home. And I know Grind shoots for $40 an hour.
Exit right. Then keep right.
On the average on all the apps. But I'm still looking at over $100 an hour, even with driving to the pickup, doing the delivery and driving back home, or to another delivery if I'm ever going to get more than one delivery again. There's Tabish. Thank you. I'll try to. Everybody say hi to Tabish. He's the guy that makes the Expedite app happen with him and his team. Hey, are you still here, Tabish? I got input that I didn't feel like typing earlier. When I was removing that home pin from my driver location. Okay, can you add an off button to it? I had to redo my entire polygon just to get. I just cleared the whole dang map because I couldn't just turn the pin off. When I tried, it just wanted me to put it somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, this isn't working. But a pin on, a home pin off would be great. I was gonna text you that later, but I'm scatterbrained and I probably would have forgot. I was doing that, right before I left. And I looked at the time, I'm like, oh, I gotta get scooting. I want to get gas before I pick this delivery up. My gas, well, I'm a little under 3/4 of a tank. It's getting low. I like to keep my tank up by the full, up by the F. Thank you, sir. Come on, people, merge onto the highway. Now step on your gas pedal. Get back up to highway speed. What is I got 31 minutes till pickup. I'll hear a notification again in a minute. So my 30-minute warning, I call it. Then Costco's like 2 minutes from my pickup. I wish there was an option on that map.
Keep left.
Like, you know, you can put, if you want to go outside your polygon, the dollar amount you can select. I've got a pretty big polygon. It's smaller now than it has been. I got to go back and fine tune it later because I was in a rush just to get it in the whole coverage area. But I'll drive just about anywhere if it's paying $200 or $250, because it takes more than $80, I think, is what it caps out at to get me outside of the coverage area, because that's some long driving and I get terrible gas mileage because I drive a big van. Well, like my mom lives a little over an hour away. I'd put her area in my coverage area. Then it was throwing me $20 offers for a Subway way out by where my mom lives, which is over an hour away. There's my 30-minute warning. I'm like, no, I'm not driving out to her hometown for $20. It takes me like $30 on fuel to get out there and back. Well, one time it was $28. I haven't figured out what the current gas price is, what it cost me to get out there and back now. And that was in my truck. My truck got worse gas mileage than the van. Truck's terrible. And it drinks premium fuel, not this. In fact, I got to get it up to Costco and get some gas in it. Get some new fuel in there, and it's getting pretty low. All I do is start it up when I'm cutting the grass and move it forward so I can trim around where it is, because I got it half parked on my driveway and half in the grass. My driveway's not wide enough. Well, I put a concrete paver path on the tires on the right side because I back it in. So it's kind of technically on pavement on both sides. No, I'm not on Manchester. I'm way past Manchester. I'm at pulling up to the Costco in Olivet. Oh, I should have went over there. That pump was open. Doggone it. Do not get out of your Jeep yet. Let those cars pull forward so I don't have to go around, because there's a cone that blocks me. Don't get out. Don't get out. Yeah, there we go. Finally, somebody with a little more patience. That got me right to the pump. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some fuel. Damn, it's up to $3.65 a gallon. Heart Health Specialist 303. Oh, I'm going to St. Luke's. Okay, cool. I could have got gas at the West County Costco after I got this delivery done. Might be a little more than that. I'm not sure. I was an eighth above a half tank. Oh yeah, I'm already past 40 bucks. $43.88. It was right at about as close to 12 gallons as you can get. 11.991 gallons, so basically 12 gallons. Which some people, that's the size of their gas tank. I wasn't even at a half a tank yet, because I got that 31 gallon tank. So I'm watching this live stream last night for a second. I don't know the name of the channel, but it's somebody in a semi, and it's like they're just running their dash cam live, heading down the highway. There was no chatting, nothing. There were people in the chat, but whoever's live stream wasn't saying a word. Just driving. No, the background noise was the road, basically. No music or anything, and he had like 105 people watching. I'm like, how? That's why I say I don't think YouTube is pushing me out there in that search algo, because I actually speak on the live stream and can't hardly get more than 4 or 5 people watching for more than like 2 minutes. The lady in front of me is on crutches, so it's taking her forever to do anything. It's times like this is when the full service gas stations would have been good for her. And she's driving a Jeep Wrangler. Not easy to get in and out of when you're on crutches. Not crutch is. Yep, that's exactly what I'm showing on my end is for. I need to get about 20 to 25 just for a couple hours while I'm out doing the ride along. A few times. That would really rack up the watch hours. Even if they're just lurkers, I don't care. Watch hours are watch hours. I forgot what I had 1,677 yesterday. I think it jumped up to 1,711 today, which is pretty good because I didn't do a ride along yesterday. My neck is hurting today too. I should have taken some leave. I try not to take that leave all the time. That's like my last worst case scenario. I'll take some leave. Heard somebody railing on a horn somewhere. I don't know where or why. No, nothing behind me. One of the purple shirt guys is here. Oh, 2 more purple shirt guys. Don't give money to them if you're in St. Louis and you see them at an intersection. I don't know what their racket is, but it's probably not going to where they say it's going to go to. Pulling in the Chevys right now. Hopefully they have the door unlocked for me. Hopefully there's somebody here picking up a catering order before me, because that would have got them to unlock the door. Now this is one restaurant I really don't see a lot of people getting here early and trying to get in the door before they're open. I do see that at a lot of restaurants, though. I don't have a good signal over here at all. Not one bit. For months, they just built an apartment complex behind the Chevys here, and I guess they moved a telephone pole. And for months, there was like 4-foot segments of that telephone pole just sitting here for the taking. And I didn't want to do it while I was on a delivery, and I never made it back over here to get them, and they finally disappeared. But those would have made great posts for when I rebuild the deck. They'd be there forever because they're soaked with that, I think, creatine or something. So they can last like 100 freaking years. Kind of like my snow cone stand that I had. It was on skids, basically. And those skids, they were like kind of like railroad ties, but they were soaked with whatever that is. I mean, those things have been down there since like 1972, and I rebuilt it in the late 90s. And those things were solid as a rock, solid as the day they put them underneath that thing. And it was anchored down on all 4 corners by chain. I don't know how deep the thing was that went into the ground that it was anchored to, but it was on the blueprints with the county at planning and zoning or public works. I don't know who required the guy I bought it from to get blueprints drawn up, but he did. And when I ripped the floor up and got underneath there, he was right. It is anchored down. They got those hurricane anchors now. That would have been better, but I didn't know about those back then. Else I would have went with hurricane anchors down in the ground. Thing's been sitting there since 1972 though, so it's not going anywhere. It got hit with some pretty good wind while I was there. From storms. Well, since I rebuilt it, it's also a lot heavier now than it ever was. It was a corrugated aluminum shed in the beginning, an 8x12 corrugated aluminum shed. And when they put walls on the inside originally, the original roof trusses were 2x3s, and so were the studs in the wall. They were not 2x4s. It's all 2x4. It's all 2x4s. The roof trusses are 2x4s, and so are the walls after I rebuilt it. And I put a much higher pitch on the roof so I had more headroom in there. I'm not very tall, and I was having an issue ducking while I was in there. Like, I could touch the ceiling like right here when I was in the middle. So as soon as I walked away from the middle, my head was hitting the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. Oh, now I got 5G. I had 3 LTE bars. Now I got 1 5G bar. I haven't moved. Yeah, they built this apartment complex pretty doggone fast. It's 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 story building. With Mondays and Tuesdays being so slow on a lot of different gig apps, I would hope there's more people sitting at home not doing anything that would jump on the live stream for a while. If it wasn't catering, that's what I'd be doing. I won't go out and do Uber Eats, Spark, anything on Mondays or Tuesdays because they're terrible. Instacart was a little better. And so was Spark. Then the food apps, I could at least go out on those days and make something, but I still wanted a day off. Saturday was a good day to take off with Spark because all the part-timers are out. Kind of Instacart too. Saturday was actually fairly slow on Spark because of the part-timers. Really slow, as that started becoming one of my kind of regular days off when I was just doing Spark. But I wanted to get out because I usually had those weekend incentives, and they started Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They finished on Monday. So I'd like to get a head start on the incentive, because their incentives were, I made a lot of money off those incentives back then by hitting them every week. Not just the 3-day ones, the weekend ones, but the ones throughout the week too. They paid a lot better. And because of those is why I'm so strict on, I do not like doing doubles and triples on Spark, because you only get credit for one delivery. And those are trip, they call it a trip on there. 18 drop-offs, that counts as one trip. It may have taken you 3 hours to do it, but it only counted as one trip. They're the only app that did that doesn't count each one as a delivery or a trip. And they pay you less when you lump them together. You don't get as much base pay. Yeah, I don't even like to build it if they say, well. "13 minutes to pick up." Yeah, it was ridiculous how slow food apps were on Monday and Tuesday here. Breakfast, lunch, dinner didn't matter. They were all slow. Don't get me wrong, I could still go out and make money on those days, just drastically less amount of money. And then you catch yourself out there longer trying to, in hopes of getting a couple more good orders, and they just don't come. And even recently, I flipped on Uber on Mondays to get back across town, and I'm like, what was I thinking? It's just nothing coming in. And when it does, it wants me to go like way up north for like peanuts. I'm going to go over there in a minute, probably about 5 minutes. Once I get in position here, I'm like aimed right at the sun, and I don't like it. The sun blasting through my windshield and heating it up in here. It's not bad outside, but it gets much hotter inside the van than it is outside because of the roof being in the sun. And then when you got sun blasting through the windshield, forget about it. Too damn hot. I'm going to go ahead and mark that I arrived. How big is this order? $467. It probably won't even be 4 catering bags. I'll take 4 in with me. I put my inserts in there in between levels of pans so I can stack higher without everything getting crushed down on the bottom. When I come here, especially those, they're beans, but they're not exactly refried beans. They're real liquidy. They got a liquid in them. They're just like pinto beans or something, but not refried beans. They must be really cheap because all these Mexican places do them. Kind of like rice with the Chinese places. They load you up with rice. But I'm about to head over to the area to pick this up. There's a sketchy guy that just backed in, and a cop's right here. Came in after him, so I don't know what's going on there. Kind of funny. I don't know what the cop's doing, but I'm gonna go get into position over here before he decides to pay me any attention, because I'm in a big red van with no windows, you know. The stories about those, which I didn't know, but I didn't even pay it any attention before I bought this thing. I'll be back. I'm gonna open up the back real quick. Got my wagon good and ready to go. I'm not by their dumpster. Their dumpster's way out there. That Mexican food doesn't. I usually smell a lot of onions from Mexican and the Chinese orders, or that broccoli from all them beef and broccoli and whatever, and chicken broccoli. They always do a lot of broccoli on them Chinese orders. Kind of makes the van smell like a big fart, like broccoli and onions. Barbecue and Buffalo Wild Wings are the ones that actually kind of make it smell the best in here. Any kind of barbecue. Yeah, the Buffalo Wild Wings, boy, it makes it smell real good in here. So did that Wing Snob that I picked up from once. I need to go by there and get some wings sometime so I can talk to them about their catering, because I've only seen that one order, and I did their very first. That was another restaurant that had just got on Easy Cater, and I did their very first catering order. Yeah, I got my wagon ready to roll. Four catering bags. Yeah, it's weird. Now that sketch, and he's gone. There was a sketch-looking dude that pulled up and backed in way out there by where I was in the parking lot, and then that cop came in and just kind of stopped right when I was getting ready to pull over here. So I got tired of waiting for him to move out of the way. I watched a little bit of the Savannah Bananas. Last 3 or 4 innings. Got my mom to find it on her Dish Network. It was 143 ESPN2. And then I got a phone with her. Then I had to call her back because I told her about that pitcher that's on the 6-foot stilts. But he came out. He didn't pitch very good either. But I got her to flip back to it to watch the guy on the stilts. She's like, "What in the hell?" I go, "I told you." My left wrist has been hurting again. I don't know what I did to it. I think I sprung it. It's right in here. Somehow. It just started hurting out of nowhere. Like it usually does. No clue what in the hell I did to it. 10:48. What's my drive time? It shouldn't be too long. It's just a jump right back down to 40. It's 13 and a half miles.
Let's get started.
Oh
Drive
no, it's
safe.
St. Luke's. It's down 40 to 141. I think I make a right and go up to St. Luke's. 17 minutes. Yeah, I got to get back down to 6440 and take that out. Yep, to 141, make a right, and I'm pretty much there. And they give me 36 minutes. So I'm probably going to go in there about right now. Sounds like a plan. I will be back. I'm going to roll this window up. Hold down the fort. All right. I got that entire order to fit in 2 catering bags. One hot, one cold. Or the cold one. There's things in there, it doesn't matter. And it is right at 10:54. That's my pickup time. Look at these directions a little better here. Heart Health. I can't even pronounce that word. $467, I believe. Yeah, $467. 2 catering bags. Because of my amazing stacking abilities, other people would have used 3. Doesn't say which building. That's the problem. 121 St. Luke's Center Drive. 121? Where the hell is that at? I'll figure it out when I get there. It's my old, I like St. Luke's, but these reps don't know where the hell they're going unless they've been there several times. So you get real vague directions, and they've got multiple buildings, multiple like East Tower, North Tower, West Tower, but there's also more buildings than those. And this doesn't tell me any of them, and that address doesn't sound like it's one of those. But I know it's on the 3rd floor. But you got to be careful, because where you go to the main place where you go to drop off, where you enter the building, you're already on the 3rd floor. Come on, recalculate. There it goes.
Turn left and then turn right.
Okay, I got to go all the way around that. They got road construction going on here, there, all up and down. Come on, go. You've got the right of way. Go while the light's green, you dumbasses. There's only 3 cars.
Turn right.
It should not take this long. It is a small order. So I say most orders I do, I don't need this van for, but I don't have any other choice but to drive it. My other only option is to drive something that gets worse gas mileage. A lot worse. And what's funny, some of the orders I get because I have the van, and I don't need the van for the order. 90% at least of my orders I deliver, I could do in a Prius. I say it all the time. What? Oh, shit. I didn't add my photos to complete the order. Come on, hurry up. What was I thinking? And I ran over freaking potholes trying to figure that out. I'm glad it reminded me. It was only 4 minutes, so it's the geo-tracking.
Accident reported ahead.
Accident reported ahead. Ah, hell, balls. No accidents. Everything was going good. I don't see an accident, and traffic's not slowing down, so let's keep it that way. Oh, speed limit is 60 here, and I'm doing 55. Yeah, luckily it didn't take till 15 minutes after, because I hate. I didn't do it. That was all on me that time. I didn't do it, but it was only 4 minutes late, like after pickup time, so it's cool. It's when the app doesn't have a good signal and it goes through all the steps, and then it's over a 15-minute drive to get to my drop-off, and it's like 16 minutes after pickup time, and or sometimes I've noticed that when I got to the drop-off,
Exit right.
that it was all the stuff for the pickup again, including the swipe that I had arrived. And I'm like, how? I did everything, but that's something that a quirk in the app. That's why I'm real adamant on getting that implemented to where we don't even have to have a signal and we can do every app function. And I guess will timestamp it in the back end, and when you get a signal, it'll upload everything to the wherever it needs to upload it. However, the damn Amazon Flex app does it. Because I know those rural areas they were sending me, I had no service. But that app was still working. I'm like, I don't even know how that was possible, but it was. I was down in St. Genevieve, Missouri. And not in the main part of town. I was out in the rural area. St. Genevieve alone is already rural to me, but I was like way out there, gravel roads and everything. Gravel driveways, gravel roads. In the van. You know, I delivered to some places doing Spark orders out in Jefferson County where there was nothing in the drop-off instructions whatsoever about the type of roads. And I know I delivered to a couple of places. If I didn't have a four-wheel drive truck that I was in, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have been able to get to the customer's house. Even in the van, I think there was a couple I couldn't have got to even in the van, even though it's up. I can't disclose that in the drop-off instructions that, hey, but it didn't state anything in the app. Oh, God, that sneeze just hurt my head. Both eyes, man, like a sinus headache right behind the eyes, instantly. Just hit me. As far as this being a small order, it makes no sense to me. Why am I not getting the large orders that I used to all the time? The only reason I think would be is they're going to a different app. That's why I'm not getting them. The question is, why? Because at this point, Expedite's the granddaddy of the catering apps here in my market, because Deliver That no longer does Easy Cater orders. You'd think Expedite would have first grabs at all the big orders. But I know my volume on my end's down on them, and other people I talk to aren't getting the big orders either. Yeah, it's usually oversaturation of drivers. We got oversaturation of DSPs in my market. And the two big ones both have told me, Deliver That and Expedite, have told me on more than one occasion that my market has very low volume for catering. If it's so low, why is all these DSPs coming here? What do they know that the bigger apps don't know? I know that there's a lot more catering going on in my market than what they see. A lot of the banquet facilities, a lot of banquet facilities here, they also do off-premise parties. So they have vans, they have vehicles, delivery vehicles. And your banquet facilities, they do weddings, anniversary parties, whatever, Chamber of Commerce meetings. Most of that is on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, mainly. So throughout the week, they look for business. They look for other ways to make money. And even the one I used to work for, Orlando Gardens, that I still do a rare delivery for once in a while, they do box lunches, corporate catering throughout the week. A lot of the banquet facilities do that. And they're not using Easy Cater. Butler's Pantry, they do it. White's Catering, I think it's called. One of the places I deliver to have been using them. That's why I won't see many from them, because they're primarily using this catering company. But they lack diversity in their menu, so to get a variety, they'll go away from that catering place once in a while and order something through Easy Cater. But there's a ton of catering places. That's 3. I can't think of the name of it. I've actually used them for. I catered for a couple of years a Kentucky Derby party where I did all the food. Well, I did dollar roll sandwiches, but I subbed that in general and nothing else myself. But I had to go pick them up. But they had them traded up, garnished, everything. They looked amazing. And just upcharged them, but not much, because it was my buddy's party. But I had to upcharge a little bit to cover me going and picking them up, everything, driving all the way up to North County. I can't think. I'd have to look at all the catering places in the phone book, but they're not on Easy Cater. They do corporate catering, box lunches. Ucraft Catering, I don't see them anymore. They used to pop up all the time. They've got more than one location, but they're probably doing the same thing. Well, these catering places have never went through Easy Cater. Like where I work, Gourmet Food Works, we know that Easy Cater didn't exist back then, for one, but we had 8 delivery vans. That's what we did Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends, we do wedding receptions or whatnot. Then Sunday we had the brunch buffet. We didn't have the restaurant open like they used to do throughout the week. And we had orders going out Monday through Friday every single week, lots of them. Well, enough to have 8 freaking delivery vans just for one place. It was 7 or 8, I can't remember exactly. They're all like white little Chevy Astros. I think we had a couple express cargo vans, but most of them were the Chevy Astros. Plenty of size. They all had the same motor that this one has in it, but a smaller. Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants here. You know, I've been talking about it for over 3 years. So many restaurants in this market that aren't on Easy Cater, that do catering. And I verified that through their websites. So everyone that I verified has catering on their website that you can do. They've already got it in place. How it gets delivered, I don't know. Does the customer have to just come and pick it up? I don't know. I just saw they had a catering menu, and they're not on Easy Cater, so that made the list. It's on the list. And that list was 54 merchants here that did catering that weren't on Easy Cater. And I'd just gotten started. I never added to that list because nobody seemed interested in the list. They don't want to do the footwork. Don't want to get the boots on the ground here. Which really could all have been done over phone. Oh, they still think you're in Oklahoma.
Exit
I reckon.
right, and then keep right.
I'm 3 minutes from the hospital.
Then keep right.
I'm gonna have to take some Aleve when I get home. I'm gonna eat a ham sandwich or something first. May cook a burger. I've got 2 burger patties left that have to be cooked today. And 1 pizza left that has to be eaten either today or tomorrow, or at least cooked today. And I can eat cold pizza tomorrow.
In 0.6 of a mile.
Actually, last July when he was up here, went with me to deliver here. And it was not on this side. It was on the other side of the road where I usually go. And this has me going, it's going to the wrong side of the road. Or I'm going to the wrong side of the road. That's why the address didn't jive. Does it want me to turn right here? It sure does.
Turn left.
Ah, light's red. Yeah, this is right. This is St. Luke's over here too, but I've never delivered over here. I've always delivered on the other side of the road. There's definitely 3 stories. Unlike that one, the med rep put the wrong address in, the wrong hospital. I get there, I'm supposed to go to the 11th floor, and there's only 2 stories on the building. He got the floor right, but it was, I guess, a place he had something delivered to prior, but that was long before metrics were in place. So I had to shoot, what was it, like 14 miles, 15 miles I had to drive to get to the right hospital. Damn, dude, you're flying. Damn, you're flying even faster. Damn. They're shaking me. They're shaking my van going by me so fast. All right, I got the green light now. Let's see where this takes me. That Aspire software I deliver relish orders to once in a while is out this way. See, now, every once in a while, that's another thing I haven't got that order in a long time. Was the Aspire software, they do relish orders. But once in a while, I don't know if it's once a month or what, but they do like an order that's usually over $2,000 worth of food. Okay? I haven't seen that order in over a year. And I delivered it several times.
You have reached your destination.
Where did it go? Well, that says 121. That's the right address. And that dude just parked exactly where I was going to park. Has he got food or has he got a patient? All right, woman, get out of my way. He's got a cooler. I wonder if that's got an organ in it. Is he delivering a kidney or something? It doesn't have like the Red Cross or anything on it. Damn, I got up close to that. I try to leave plenty of room. All right, I'll be back. I can't mark that I'm here just yet. I gotta wait a minute, but I'm still gonna get moving. Didn't know I locked my door. Y'all still here? No, you weren't chatting with yourselves. That's when I want to see a bunch of chat when I get back. Amongst yourselves. You don't like talking to each other? What? It's 11:30. I'm done for today. I'll check something here. I give people plenty of room to park and drop people off here. I come out and there's a guy who's taking up both lanes basically, to where no one else could pull through because I wasn't in the way. I was right up on this little center island, and they gave room for 2 vehicles to my right. I come out, he's all parked sideways at an angle, taking up everything, and I'm like, why do I even try? I couldn't find an elevator in there. I think that's the first time I've delivered to this building. Some old lady sitting in a chair saw me walking around looking. So I walked in, walked back where you think the elevator would be. I just kept walking because I couldn't find an elevator. And it was right when I come in. If you make a left, there's some other sliding doors there. And then the elevators are there. I'm like, well, that's cool that they're there now that I know, but they just weren't where I expected them to be. But I still had it set up and everything with 5 minutes to spare. Took my time. Wasn't in much of a hurry. That is Uber. Probably, they got $22 an hour or active hour earned by time on Uber. Uber's earned by time thing pays way better here than DoorDash does. I don't remember what DoorDash pays, but it wasn't no $22 an hour. Not even with a $6 peak bonus. No, actually no. I think with one night it was $6 peak bonus. I think that added $12 per active hour to EBT, which brought it to like $26 an hour that night. Couriers in St. Louis could earn $22 an hour. What's this mean? You're invited only on Uber. You're invited only on Uber on September 17th. RSVP today for an event hosted by CEO Dara. I ain't pronouncing that last name. Is that a dude? Is Dara? That's a girl's name. I dated a Dara a long time ago. I'm clicking on everything on it and nothing works, so make most of your money. Make the most of your time online. What's this mean? Get more from your time online. Start earning. See popular spots in St. Louis like McDonald's, Panda Express, Taco Bell, Gold Bowl, Maplewood, and Domino's. I've never seen an order from Gold Bowl, Golbowl, however, whatever that is. Never seen an order from them, and I don't do it from the other ones. Follow hotspots in real time. Spot restaurant. I don't do the fast foods, you dumbasses. New optional protection for St. Louis. I don't care about that. I want to see you can earn more. Click here to be turned on for catering. That's what I want to see on Uber Eats. You hear me, Uber Eats? That's what you need to do. I haven't looked at my notifications for a long time on Uber. Connect with crew members. I've never done that. Exclusive. You're invited to only on Uber 26. Oh yeah, the congrats. You're top shopper. I don't know how they got that. Introducing top shopper. You have preferred shopping. I don't know the last time I did a shopping order on Uber. A new way to earn on the Uber app. Is this catering? Uber, earn with Uber, rent with valet. Uber has a new way for driver. Oh yeah, I saw this. If I recall, they don't pay for you to get there and back from the rental car that you deliver. I'd have to look into that more, but I think that's what I've heard. Uber has a new way for drivers and delivery people like you to earn money. You can now earn on the Uber platform by delivering rental cars. If you choose to accept these requests, you can either pick up the vehicle at Avis and deliver it to the renter, or pick up the vehicle from the renter and return it to Avis. If you're interested in signing up and learning more about this new way to earn, click on the bottom below. To be eligible, you'll need to have a driver's license, be at least 25 years old, have or be willing to set up an Avis preferred account, credit card required, clear a motor vehicle check. That doesn't even make sense. Well, said that to get to the customer to pick up the rental, or to get to Avis, you can just drive to Avis, grab the rental, and take it to the customer. But then you're stuck wherever the customer is, and they don't pay for that. You got to figure out how to get back to your car. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. Oh, my insurance is expiring soon. No, it's not. It's on auto renewal. Where did my notifications just go? I wasn't done with them. Where did they move them to? Go to home. Just be a button for it. Why do they get rid of shit? If it's not broke, don't fix it. And they keep tearing it apart. What up, Shane? Long time no see. What have you been in the clink? I gotta get out of here. They're blowing grass in there. I already have a headache from allergies. Inbox. There we go. Back to my inbox. Your Uber Pro card awaits. We ain't doing that. Oh, I'm just reading off notifications in my inbox on Uber Eats because I haven't done it in a while. I just got finished with my order. New support for your hard work. Optional vehicle interruption coverage. Get a $2,500 lump sum payout for covered accidents. I don't need that. Prepare. I'm hoping it says something in here. Oh, I just knocked that one out of the way. I don't even know what that was. I barely hit it to the right, and it just boop, gone, beep, boop, boop. I received a $21.18 tip. Whoa, okay, this is. Did I send them I already sent them a thanks. Okay. Yeah, the last order I did on Uber, I accepted it for $14.43 from Billy G's in Kirkwood, and I paid $23.18. Went from $14.43 to $23.18 when the hidden tip kicked in. All right, I'm all the way back. I gotta get out of here. I'm smelling those grass clippings. That's gonna make my allergies go bonkers. I was just pulled over. I wanted to check the status of the new short I just uploaded of a puppy sleeping. Not even doing anything, just sleeping. I got 532 views on it right now. Of a puppy sleeping. Oh, the car, yeah, the rental car. I've heard, like once you pick up, or if you drop off the car with the customer, you got to pay to get back to your car somehow. They don't provide you transportation. It just seems like a racket. There's a couple of things that you'd be stuck away from your car and they don't pay to get you back to it. Like Draver, that app that I'm on that I never did a damn thing with because they don't pay enough. They would at least pay for you an Uber to get back to wherever you need to be. Even if you had to fly somewhere else, do a delivery, they'd pay for you to get back to the airport for an Uber. I'm getting out of here. I got to go home and cut the grass. That's why I don't want to smell their grass. I'm going to be messing up my allergies by cutting my own dang grass, and it's way overdue.
Turn right.
I got to go put my grass cutting shoes on. Somebody I know is looking for a new apartment right now, and they're seeing all these landlords want to do a application fee, basically running a credit or background check or both. You'll see them as little as 10 or 15 bucks all the way up to like $100. And I highly recommend, don't ever pay for one of those until you're damn sure you want to live where it is. Because that's, you don't get it back. Non-refundable. Now, some places, if you're approved, they'll take that off your first month's rent or something that comes out of that. A lot don't. But they all want that. I tried advocating to get a universal one years ago when I worked in the rental property world, and because that's what we did. We found landlords, tenants, basically, or we found tenants their future home. But there's nothing we could do. You couldn't like get a credit check from us and you could take it to everybody, a credit and background check. That's what I tried getting set up to where we could do a universal one, but the landlords wouldn't accept it. Because we could run it. We could do a credit and background check there for much cheaper than what the landlords do, because they hike the price up on you. And you could take it from, we did have a handful of landlords that were on board with it, but we needed everybody. We needed every landlord that we listed a property for to do it. Because what we were a property listing service, technically. And we charged people a fee to find them what they're looking for, which was pretty easy if they had a realistic search criteria. But we get those people that were wanting like 4 or 5 bedroom houses, and that's a house too. I had somebody call in asking for all that one day, and I asked, I go, well, these are all things you're going to have to do without. If you think I'm going to find you a property with all of that for rent for $350 a month, are you out of your freaking mind? That was on her. Get over in your lane, you asshole. Thank you, truckers. It says on their real big on their back window, thank you, truckers. They're swerving over into my lane. Yeah, we had people looking for this. It was unrealistic. I would not even tell them to come in and pay for the service. We charged $75 for that. Well, it was $99 when I first started working there for a year of the service, and I got the bosses to change that because I was their office manager. I said, how about we do $75, which sounds a lot less than $99, and only give them 6 months of the service instead of the year. We're making more profit off of them that way than a year for $99. They liked it, so we put it in. It was much easier to get people to come in and pay $75. I just didn't like getting people in I couldn't help. If I could help them, I'd get them in. But if I didn't think we were ever going to be able to help them, I wouldn't do it. That's just taking people's money. God, I got to get some Aleve. My head's hurting. Sinuses. The Aleve will kick this one right out of me. I'll take that when I get home, have a ham sandwich, and then go cut the grass. Get one of my weed eaters working. Gonna lose you guys here in a second. I'm going down in the valley here. Man, there's no chatterless chat. The chat with no chat. Showed a good signal all the way through here. This part never happens. At Dutch Mill Drive and 141, that's where I don't get a signal. See? You just said there's no signal. But you can hear me. And Clayworth Drive, this bottom of this hill here, this valley. Get me over the hill. Get me out of here. I'm up over the hill now. I may have my signal back. It's just showing LTE though. There's my 5G. Like a G6. Like a G6. Back in the New York groove. I already got gas at Costco, so I don't have to get off here to get gas again. I'm back in 5G. Heading on to Valley Park now. I don't know. I don't need a ham sandwich. I need to make a burger for lunch. That's what I need to make, burger. Can't do a ham sandwich. The burger's got to be cooked. I got to cook them both today. My last 2 patties. From that 4-pack I got, the 24-ounce 4-pack. For $4.04. Can't drive 55. If I had a Ferrari, I'd probably have a problem driving 55 too. I couldn't drive 55 in that damn Mini Cooper I had. Well, I think I was doing like 55, 60, and I'd look down at the speedometer. I'm like, God, I'm doing 95 miles per hour. I like to drive in that car. You guys probably know that because I mention it all the time. What sucks about cutting my grass after 1, I'm gonna probably have to wait till after 1 because I won't hear Frederick time. I gotta be able. I don't want to, because of the stats now of the response rate. It's like impossible for me to even like cut the grass without having to stop the mower every couple of minutes to check. I've got it on vibrate, but when it's down in my pocket, I don't hear it with the mower running. I don't really feel it very easily either. I changed my coverage map polygon to exclude a little. No, I'm just cooking them in an air fryer. If I was grilling them outside, but I think I'm low on propane. I got a tank sitting there I got to take up in exchange. I haven't used the barbecue pit in a while. Shit, over a year. I haven't used that barbecue pit. Still, it's the best damn gas grill I've ever owned, and I don't even use the damn thing. So I need to build a paver, like little paver stone patio. I don't want to go buy the pavers. I see them for free on Marketplace, but they're always too far away. Or it's already pending. Dude, I saw a 1978, I think it was, Mongoose Motomag frame and fork. I don't know if the forks were there. Definitely the frame. Dude wanted $125, right? I think over in Arnold or something like that. It was the old nickel. It was the nickel frame, but it was rusty. That rust can clean off. I don't know how pitted it would be. But man, $125. And it was listed 26 minutes before I looked at it. So most likely still available, but some of the rust looked pretty severe, and I think it'd be pitted pretty bad. I don't know if I could have restored it. But it could all be sanded down and powder coated. But yeah, and I'd like to get one of those the TV show Stranger Things. They brought back the Motomag at Targets for like $250 or something like that. People complain because they're not as good a quality as the originals. I don't care. It still looks like the original. I'd have to switch the wheels out and find some of the old Motomag wheels that were made out of like magnesium. They were super heavy. But I just want to hang it on the wall. So it would look like an original hanging on the wall. After I got finished with it, that's what my goal would be, is to make it look like an original. Just for wall art. The bike I could never get back then. Well, I ended up getting better, but because that one was dated. My Hutch Trickstar blew everything away. Best bike I ever owned. If you know, you know. On Tuesday. I don't think I am. This week, today would be the day to go fishing. It's the best. It's going to be the best day of the week. It's going to start getting hotter tomorrow. Humidity's going to ramp back up. We're going to go back into full-blown summer. Ah, damn, that hurts. I was actually just looking at the Merrimack. I just crossed over, and it's down at the regular levels. I need to go back here. There's a commuter lot from Google Earth. It looks like there's somewhere you can get down to the Merrimack there. And there used to be a place we fished out here in Valley Park on the Merrimack. I don't remember how we got to it or if it even exists anymore. But I can always catch some white bass there, striped bass. Fun times. Okay, where'd that freaking car go? Is it in my... I need to get in that lane, but there was a car, and I think it's in my blind spot. I can't see it. Okay, I don't think it's there. I need to get over. I know you're not speeding up, Mercedes. You were, but I sped up more. It's amazing how many people do that. You put on a blinker to get over a lane and they speed up. Everywhere. Everywhere in St. Louis. Well, when you're driving a big vehicle, they do it all the time. I don't know if they do it in a smaller vehicle. It's been so long since I drove one. Yeah, I need to get some relief. It's a headache right behind my right eye. Well, when I sneezed earlier, it was like right in the middle of my forehead behind both eyes. Like immediately. That didn't feel good. I haven't even heard Curry this morning. Curry's dead today unless they deactivated me and I'm not for not doing any deliveries. Police reported ahead. Hasn't said it yet, but I think she will.
Police reported ahead.
There she goes. Police reported ahead. It's alright, I'm not speeding. There's oh, there actually is a cop right there. The truck next to me just slowed down real fast. They were starting to pass me and saw the cop there. I was gonna say, right where it's saying there's a cop, there's one of those things that tells you your speed. So I was wondering if somebody had said that was a cop on Waze, so it gets you to slow down. But there is a cop set back a little bit off the road from that, behind that thing. You can't see him. Like this truck saw right until you get up on him, and you're like, oh shit, there's a cop. But Gypsy told me before that, so I didn't have to. Damn, bumpy road. They need to resurface this like they have gravel overnight when I don't even know. I'm still yet to see them working on that road, but it's completely repaved. Going both directions, both lanes, both directions. But I've never seen them working on it. Never closed anything down. However they did it, that's how they should work on all the highways. And that's from the Merrimack up to 270. Not necessarily, it's not in Fenton. They may have done it a little leading up to it. I really don't know. I just drive on it. Yeah, that phone's chilling. Thinking about making for some tortilla chips I gotta eat up.
Turn left and then turn right.
Out of the fry. I'm down to the 2 breasts. I'm not a big fan of the breast, fried chicken breast. It's too dry. It's always too dry. Oh, I had to have done it overnight. They used to work on 270 overnight when they were doing construction. They don't anymore. Well, I don't know. I'm not out there overnight, but I used to see them at 2 and 3 in the morning out there working on the highway. Long time ago. I don't see that any longer. The guy in the pickup truck that sped up right next to me, and then he saw the cop and hit the brakes. He was driving a little aggressively. Yeah, he's right in front of me at the stoplight now, and I never went over the speed limit like he did. I'm directly behind him. All that speeding for nothing. At least he took. Oh, Jesus. I was the third car back and I barely made it through this light. Well, the car behind me went, and that thing had to be solid red for them all the way through the intersection. But that was only the fourth car back, the one behind me. That's ridiculous. I know it would solve a lot of things if they put an overpass there, so eliminate the stoplight altogether. I wish they'd do that like they did at Fenton 141 in Gravois. Make an overpass every exit. Especially the Gravois Bluffs, the other entrance. What a cluster truck that is right there. Or a roundabout, yeah, no. I don't know that they'll put a roundabout on 30. It wouldn't surprise me, though. Shoot, they're putting them all over the place. A lot of times they don't make damn sense where they put them. Or like in the city, if you've seen any that they put, they don't enlarge the intersection. They just put a round thing in the middle of it to slow people down and remove the stop signs. I see people going the wrong way on them. Like they go counterclockwise basically, and I'll see somebody basically making a right like they used to and going the wrong direction. Down in my old neighborhood, I saw it several times. And those big traffic balls, they call them, they put at some corners down there. Those are, I don't like those. I don't like them at all. I haven't looked. There's a mobile home for sale here, a double wide. The problem is, some of these people selling the mobile homes, they want 40+ thousand, or if you get a new one, $100,000 that you got to pay off, because most people don't have that money to drop down cash. So you got this basically a big mortgage, and then they're hitting you with $635 a month pad rent. Some places are higher, some places are lower, but not a whole lot lower. So it kind of, I mean, at one point, it made sense to live in a trailer park because you were paying like $225 a month to $300 pad rent, and that usually included like water, sewer, trash. Now you got to pay the water, sewer, trash. Like mine's $635 a month, plus I got to pay the water, sewer, and trash. So you're looking $742, $750 a month, we'll just say, just on your pad rent, water, sewer, and trash. So if you financed a $110,000 brand new mobile home and had to put in one of these parks, you're probably paying $1,000 a month at least on that, plus another $1,800 on your pad rent and other bills, not including your internet, because some of these they used to, when I moved in here, you got free internet and cable through Charter or Spectrum. They took that away, so you don't even get that perk anymore. Some of them are still doing it, some don't, but it's like if I'm looking at mobile homes, I'm always looking at used ones. If that thing costs more than $2,000, I'm not even looking at it anymore. You find the right people that are desperate that just want to get out of the rising costs, because these corporations are buying the mobile home parks. they're not privately owned any longer. It's they're jacking that rent up. I don't know. I'm sure I could put a Johnny on the spot here if I had to. But I don't I don't think you could put a full-on outhouse here. I don't know why you'd want to, though. I've got running water and sewer, but I pay for it. I don't even know. I think my next electric bill is $242. The last one was $285. And I've seen a lot of people I know on Facebook. One of my friends put something in there, a picture of her electric bill being $419. I saw much higher than that, so I felt pretty good. I'm like, maybe mine's not too bad at $285, and now it's going down to $242. Hopefully they just keep going down throughout the rest of the year. But then once I start heating the place, that's all electric, and it goes back up, and not as high as $285, which I paid more than that throughout a couple of July and August down in the city, maybe even September. I was paying every bit of that, if not like $350. I know my Soulard apartment, the last July I was there, I had a $540 something electric bill, and I'm like, I'm not even here 100 plus hours a week. I'm working. Over 100 hours out of the week, I was not even in that apartment, and I spent $550 on electric. Well, my neighbor's got his weed whacker out. I keep looking for property, but Jesus, to get anything affordable, it's so far out. It'd be pointless for me to buy it because I'd have to drive so far to go to work. The mileage and the gas would eat me up. Drive an hour and a half, and like right now I'm driving 30 plus minutes to get to pretty much every one of my pickups. Well, add an hour to hour and 15 minutes to that drive. Like Arkansas's got some good property down there, but I don't know any of the catering markets down there, how close I could get to a good metro that would have good catering, that I could continue to do the catering down there. That's why I need to focus on my YouTube channel. Get the YouTube channel making me my money, and I won't have to worry about where I live because I can make the content anywhere. I don't know that Arkansas's humidity is still pretty humid, but not as bad as ours up here. So that would still bug me. The heat is always going to bug me. I wouldn't mind going. I'd have to do some more research on Arkansas. I'm not going to move down there, not as long as my mom's still alive. And I'm not wishing her to go anytime soon, so I'm not looking to move anytime soon. Why is that girl just peeked out the door across the street and then shut it real quick? I notice they do that every once in a while. Any good ones? You probably already got better orders for tomorrow. Say it quick, because I'm getting ready to go off. Log off. I got to go to the bathroom. That was my camera powering down. That headache. I'm not going to touch the screen because I think it's working. I couldn't even hear my neighbor's weed whacker going. All right, well, you can text me. I'm gonna get out of here before I pee down my leg. I figured. We'll see you.